would definitely need to hit up a healing point or just an inn at some point. Alright, I need some healing. Oh, I didn't go off in time. That would have been good if it did. Would you have preferred a more worthy opponent? Honestly, yeah. Sometimes I wish the battles were a little harder. I know you were quoting Cliff, but yeah. Seriously though, I would like more challenging opponents. This game is pretty easy for the beginning. I think one of my gripes with this game is how easy it is. It gets a little harder later on, and the post game is very difficult. But the main story is really easy. One of my gripes with this game. Get him, best girl. I said die. Someone end him. End this bandit. Alright, that works.
I'd have preferred a more worthy opponent.
Yeah, me too, Cliff. Chad would also prefer a more worthy opponent. A more engaging battle. Alright, nothing here. I thought there'd be like a chest or something. Supposedly not. I think this is where I'm supposed to be going to Arius. Like the direction. Yeah, attack from behind. Very cowardice. A coward moved by the enemies to do an attack from behind. Rolling attack. It's too easy. Except it missed, so it's not too easy.
And I thought we were in for a challenge.
No, we're not going to be in for a challenge for like the longest time. The game can be hard in the main story, but I'm trying to think. Like, the main story doesn't get difficult until, like, probably Disc 2. Disc 1 is relatively easy. And the post-game can offer a challenge. Like, the main story, trying to think, the challenge isn't really there. Are we in Arius? Continue the event. Yeah, we're in Arius.
We made it. Arius, Aquaria territory.
Some of the houses have been destroyed.
Yes, that happened during the Arius attack.
Wow, they did a lot of damage.
The large mansion in the middle of town is our base of operations here. We'll check in there first.
Ah, perfect. Oh, I love Arius. I love the track that's playing right now. I love the way this place looks. The Church of Arius. I love this place. How long is this game? How do I describe this? I'm really bad at describing game lengths. This game isn't very long. It's not super quick, but it's also not very long. I don't know, like 30 to 40 hours maybe? The main story alone. It depends what you do. If you just go for the main story, you can get like 30 to 40 hours. I don't know, it's not like a super long game. It's relatively short compared to some other games. It's not like super short where it's not like Chrono Trigger short or nothing too short like Trials of Mana or anything. It's not too long from what I remember. I'm really bad at describing game lengths, so like, you know, forgive me for that. I'm hungry. I sure like to eat some of my mama's cooking again. Yeah, cooking sounds great, even though I just had a cheesesteak, so I'm not really hungry right now, but if I didn't have a cheesesteak, I would, be hungry, so, you know. Oh, I think we're meeting in the middle area. Yeah, the Lord's Mansion. I remember this place.
We've already received the redeployment request for the runological weapons.
They will arrive in 3 days.
3 days? The world will be finished by then. The war will have broken out.
Will that be sufficient, ma'am? That will be fine. Carry on. Yes, ma'am. Nice work, all. You are relieved.
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am. You're looking well.
It's you. When did you return?
Just now, Claire.
Welcome home. Are you hurt?
I'm fine. I see you still worry too much.
There's really no need to worry about Best Girl, especially when we're with her.
It's only because you're too reckless. If you don't want me to worry about you, try being a little more careful.
That's the line of work I'm in. It can't be helped.
That may be so, still. Are these the ones?
That's right. They're engineers from Greeton. They're still reluctant to help us.
When did I say that? I said I was gonna help you. Fate is reluctant to help you.
I see. I'm Commander Claire Lasbard of the Aquaria Runological Unit. I'm honored to meet you.
The name's Cliff Fitter.
I'm Fate Line God. Nice to meet you.
Every time I see Fate introduce himself, I think to myself, his last name is actually Line God. Just sounds so odd.
I must apologize for forcing our problems on you. However, you must understand our situation.
I think we understand.
But I'm not sure.
I would like to hear what you have to say, and I will provide a thorough explanation of our situation as well. But you must be exhausted. Why don't we continue this tomorrow? You need your rest.
That's right. He may seem fine now, but Fate is still under the weather.
I'm fine.
Hey, never pass up a chance to take it easy, kid. It was a real trek crossing those mountains.
Okay.
There's a guest room upstairs on the second floor. Please feel free to use it. Nell, stay behind. We have much to discuss.
Right.
Not bad.
Yeah, and the view's pretty good too.
I'll rest up first. Take a stroll and come back whenever you feel like it.
Will do.
Oh, not again. Don't make me stroll. Every time they want me to stroll, they want me to talk to some random NPC and then I can move on the plot. Luckily though, Arius is smaller, so it shouldn't be too hard to figure out where to go. Actually, can I just like, can I like peek into Nell and Claire's room just to see what they're talking about? If they're even in here. No, well, Claire is in here. Everyone looks so tired, so I'll save the details for tomorrow. I have to find Nell again. Oh, never mind, Nell's right here. You know where your room is, don't you? Then please try to get some rest. I'm much busier than I may seem. There's an endless number of issues I must discuss with Claire. Alright, well, maybe I can just rest, and maybe I don't have to talk to anyone. If so, that's my job. Seems they're already in Aquarian territory, but it should be safe to get some sleep here. I could see how you'd feel a bit uneasy, though. Can I just, like, sleep now? Oh, yes, I can. Thank you. Yeah, barely keep my eyes open, sure. I can barely keep my eyes open. The sun's still out, but I think I'll go to bed early in preparation for tomorrow. It's the classic JRPG scenario where someone comes and watches people sleep. Totally normal, nothing weird about it. And obviously Cliff was awake for it. I didn't realize he was still doing his yawn.
Yo, how'd you sleep? Feel any better?
Yeah, I feel fine. I was probably just worn out.
Glad to hear that. I have a feeling things are gonna get hectic today.
What would make you say that?
Why do you say that? How do you know?
I was being sarcastic.
Just a hunch.
Oh, we know all about those.
Funny guy.
Alright, well, back to the conference room, I guess. Just to see what Claire's up to.
Ah, Lady Claire. Fate. Cliff. Good morning. Did you sleep well?
Yes, thank you kindly.
I'm glad to hear it.
Yes, that's all good, but where is Nell?
Right. Let us begin the negotiations.
All right.
Please, sit anywhere you like.
Where's Nell?
Finally.
She had other duties to attend to.
What?
Don't worry. I'm taking over her duties as far as you two are concerned.
Well, all right.
It's not exactly the same. I'd rather have Nell.
Let's begin. I don't know what you discuss with Nell and the others, but you are now in Aquaria territory.
Yes, as I've been told.
Even if you refuse to assist us, I can guarantee your safety. We will have to retain custody of you until we reach the royal city of Arius, but you may provide us with your answer at that point.
Wow, you're really bending over backwards to meet us halfway. You should have heard Nell.
Nell is very frank. Although she is extremely skilled, as I'm sure you have noticed, she tends to be rather inflexible at times. It can be problematic.
Yeah, I know the type. Mission, always the mission.
To be honest, I too would like you to work for us, but I realize this is not your war. Our deaths and the life of our country are not in your hands. You need feel no obligation, and we have no right to force you to help.
You're right, except the only one that can force me to help is Nell. Like, honestly, she could just do whatever she wants and I'd help her. She could just force me all she wants.
Now you're making me feel guilty.
It is only the truth. At least we thank our blessings you did not fall into Arius' hands.
So what do you want to do? Looks like they'll let us go after we reach Aquilus.
Is something wrong?
No, it's nothing.
If you have any questions, I will answer to the best of my abilities.
All right, then I'll ask. What is Nell's new mission?
Why would you ask that?
Because I want to know where she is.
She is no longer your concern.
Nell is always my concern. She's the best girl.
She told us her mission was to take both of us safely to the royal city. How could she just leave us here?
To you, it appears that she has abandoned her mission.
Well, yes. I didn't know her long, but I got the impression that she would never leave a mission incomplete.
Well,
She went to rescue Tynehaven and Farlene, didn't she?
What?
Lady Claire, is this true? Why would you think that?
Last night, she came to our room.
Huh? When?
While you were snoring like a babe. I was wondering what she wanted, but all she did was bow and leave without saying a word. I was pretending to be asleep, so I don't think she realized I was watching her. It makes sense, though, considering the situation. That's probably what you overheard them talking about in Curlsong.
Is that true, Claire? I can't believe it.
Yes, it is. She left to rescue Tynehaven and Farlene.
If you knew what she was doing, why didn't you stop her?
We all got our missions. Mine's to bring you back to our leader, and I stick to my missions.
But...
All right. I will explain. Around the time you arrived in Curlsong, we received a message from Arius. They told us that the 2 women are hostages, and they demanded you in exchange. This is not possible, so she went to rescue them.
But... all by herself?
I'm sure she can handle them.
That's Nell for you.
Why didn't she tell us? We'd have gone with her.
Perhaps because the odds of her success are essentially 0. She'll likely walk into an Aryglyph trap. I tried to stop her, but there was no way. Nell would never abandon those who work for her.
She pretends to be all business, but she's the type that can't let go.
At any rate, that is our situation. Please do not worry about Nell.
See, that's impossible. I can't not worry about her.
We must hurry on to Aquios. Although this is a relatively safe area, nowhere is completely safe.
Where'd they demand it take place?
Why do you want to know that?
I can't let her do this. Her life is more valuable than that. Do people think the only way to end this war is to throw away their own lives? I'm going after Nell. I have a few words to say to her.
All right, Fate. I was waiting for you to say that.
I cannot allow this. Nell told us of her skills, but this enemy is too strong, even for you.
Don't worry about us. I don't know what she told you, but we can fend for ourselves. Besides, when he gets riled up like this, Fate can get even nastier than Nell. He's the most stubborn, hardcore kid around.
In that case, I'll send some soldiers.
No need. We'll just be asking for them to spot us if we march in there with an army. We'll be more maneuverable in small numbers. And I doubt you can spare the guard, given your situation.
That's true, but...
Nell trusted us. You should too.
Claire, where are they bringing the hostages to trade?
A building on the southeastern side of Curlsong. It was originally constructed as a training facility. Now they execute people there. It's also the base of the Heavy Cavalry Black Brigade, one of Aryglyph's 3 military units.
How do we get there?
Return to Curlsong, then follow the road from the south gate of the city and you'll find it.
I really hope they don't make me ride the hauler again.
I think you'll get there faster if you avoid the mountain road you took before, and take the south gate from Arias, head across the wilderness, and enter Curlsong from that direction.
Oh, thank goodness.
Got it.
We in this together?
Of course.
Please, wait a moment. Be very careful. Their lives are in your hands.
Leave it to us.
Don't worry, we'll bring them home. Forgive me if I give Nell a good smack for this.
You will be doing no such thing. Alright. Thank goodness we don't have to go back to that mine.